Look at that sky, wow. Right, we're going to do something a little bit different today. See how we get on. I should probably wait for it to be ploughed up. But I reckon if I have a go on it now, I might find something fairly near the surface which the plough might actually put back into the ground. So we'll give it 2 goes. The ground's quite hard because it hasn't rained for a while. I'm quite looking forward to it actually. Right, let's go. Well, detecting in maize stubble's really hard work. It's so hard. The roots are so tough. You've got to be really careful. It'll really smash your coil up. So I'm not doing this particularly rigidly. It's going to be ploughed very soon. I'm just going to whiz over it, see if I can find anything, and not take it too seriously. Because, I mean, God, you can hardly kick it over. I don't think anything's tougher than maize stubble. That's a little bit. The ground's also incredibly hard, so it's really worth pinpointing it so that you don't have to dig unnecessarily. Oh dear me. Making a bit of a bosh of this. Right, that should do it. Gotta be in that, hasn't it? I mean, look at these roots. Christ. Stalks that sit on them. They're so tough. God, they're like triffids. That's another one there. Tasky's just in the shade under that tree. It's a lovely day. A tiny little buckle. Is that really giving that massive sound? I wonder. Yes. Listen to that. The dais is on fire. Keep finding these. Well, that's got some age to it, definitely. That's another very bright signal. Right, little coin. I'm afraid there's not much detail on that. I'm not going to bother with the camera for this one. Well, I've sort of finished this section with my detector intact. Gosh, it's like smacking it against the brick wall when you hit these stalks sometimes. So I've been really careful. I've been really high off the ground. And I'm only probably picking up on the really big signals, not the nice, juicy little hammers. Nice of you to join me. He's been herring around in all sorts of new places. But he does come back. He always comes back. So I let him unless I'm worried about where he's actually heading off to. But we're in the middle of nowhere here. There's no roads, there's no people. So he can do what he likes. And I think he's really enjoying it. Anyhow, let's get back to this. Tusky. The amount of disgusting things I catch him eating, it doesn't seem to do him any harm though, so. I found a George III coin, halfpenny, and a couple of Georgian buckle fragments. That's sort of been it. Bang there. One more should do it. Ah. Yep. What's it going to be, Taskles? Bit of lead. Hooray! Oh well, not bad actually. I'm really pleased with that. It's a nice big lead token. And I haven't found one of these in years, which is really nice. I'm pleased with that. I like lead tokens. Right, it's a sort of star shaped. I suspect with sort of pellets and stuff in. To show you a couple of the other bits, so while I am down here, another sort of leady token, but I don't know what that is or how old that is. I think that's a rose farthing. I don't think it's Roman. Not in very good condition. They never are usually. I think that's George III halfpenny. A couple of buckle fragments. I don't know what that is. I'm not sure if it's old or not. It's a sort of copper alloy hollow rectangle. If anyone can tell me what that might be, modern or old, I'd be much appreciated. Hooray! That's sort of it here now, so that's a nice end to it. I don't know what that is. I haven't seen it, but I would bet anything that it's a musket ball. I'd bet everything I had in the world that it's a musket ball, because I haven't found anything else apart from the odd button, and that's not a button. It's not a complete surprise because I've been in this field before and the same thing happened. And interestingly, most of them don't look like they've even ever seen the barrel of a musket. Musket ball. Now, I'll show you them all. They all have one thing in common, is they look like they've just been cast, because you can see a lot of, they haven't been rounded off. But what's surprising is it's the length, it's as far as you can see behind me and 100 metres in front, of just a line of musket balls. Not even necessarily a line, it goes down to the bourne there, and probably up there as well. This is just a few of them. I mean, I must have the same again, if not more. Now look, do you see what I mean? I mean, they look like they've, and look, that one's very wonky. As is that, that's not even, they don't look like they've even been fired, do they? They all look like they've got casting, sort of sprues or whatever they call it. And apart from that, the odd massive button, little one there, you know, haven't found anything else. No coins, nothing. So I'm not sure what's been going on here. If anyone can tell me, a firing range or just a sort of, I don't know, musket ball factory, I mean, who knows? I did have a little look here yesterday for literally a few minutes on this field. And I found an early 19th century Indian coin, copper coin, very kindly ID'd for me by a member of the detectinghub.co.uk, who knows his onions, and he said it was an early 19th century Indian coin. I can't remember the name of it, but that's it. Just musket balls and that one coin and a few buttons. That's slightly higher pitch than the musket balls. I'm running the Deus in the hot program, full tones. I almost always use full tones. I like to hear the range of sounds, and that, it could be a musket ball, but the musket balls were just sounding very slightly lower than that. We couldn't even do a test. Got so many here. Let's just put that one there. Actually, Not much in it, is there? How about that one? That's higher. It's probably a musket ball. Right. It just, something about it just feels slightly different. I don't know what. I bet I'm proved wrong. Well, what do you know? Becoming a little bit boring, this. Well, it's not the most exciting find, but it's not a musket ball. It's not even underground. There it is, look. I'm going to get anything off that. I presume it's Georgian. Well, God, it's nice to be out. Even though it hasn't been the greatest day for metal detecting, but it might be the greatest day for fossil collecting, because I've just seen an absolute stonker. Look at that. Beauty. I haven't even touched it yet. I can just tell, look at the colours and the detail in that. That, they do not come better than that, ever, anywhere. That has seriously made my day. I mean, I've found hundreds of these without sounding too boastful, but very rarely ones like that. Heart-shaped, absolutely pristine. Cool. I feel really lucky. That's really lucky. Well, I think I may stand corrected on something I said in my last video. When I dug up a very wonky, thin copper coin and said it couldn't possibly be Georgian because they didn't make coins like that. Well, look, I've just found a very wonky, thin copper coin. I think it must be a farthing. And it looks to be a George II. He's facing the right way. He's got that funny sort of quiff, I think. I can see what I think is 2 and then Rex, which I think George II's coins did have 2 Rex next to them. So I think it's George II. Have a look and see what you think. I don't think it's going to clean up too much more than I can get on it already. But anyway, it'd be interesting because it is very like the ones I was talking about last time. So that's quite nice. And then I've also found a minute, tiny little mount, I think. I'm 100% sure, but it really is very, very small indeed. So good, we're finding a few bits and pieces. Well, all in all, not a bad day. Hiya, come on. Nothing particularly early, but we've been spoilt with really early stuff over the last few weeks. I've just found a George V halfpenny, a William III, which is really nice to find, and a bit of a crotal bell fragment. And I thought we'd try and leave on a musket ball, and I fortunately found one which I don't even have to dig for, because it's lying just there, not even under the ground. I think I've found 30 or 40 musket balls today. I've never found anything quite like it. Again, wonky. Maybe they're cast-offs. Gosh, who knows? And there's that William III. I've just managed to eke out Yemus on the left there. I'll clean up the rest of these. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me again, and we'll see you next time.